Okay. Ah, Ken, I know that music. That's the sort of music that makes my headphone plug pull out.
Wow. That's some great music. Welcome to the podcast.
It works. You can't hear it.
Are you good?
When you pull the plug out, you can't hear the music.
No.
You know what that's called? A hack. That's called a hack. It's a life hack.
A lifeline.
If you hate the music,
Yeah.
take your headphone out of the plug.
Yeah. But not the people at home.
No.
No, we don't want them
Unless
to do
there are people listening to us on the road.
that. Yes, that's true.
They could be.
Yeah, they could be, of course.
They could either be in their cars listening to the podcast.
Yes.
Or they could have it on at home and have turned their speakers up ridiculously loud.
Yes.
Like my neighbours, Shitface and Stinky.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I've got a song about them.
Yes, go on.
Shitface and Stinky, they're a happy pair. Shitface and Stinky, if you're dead, they don't care. They'll look at you and steal your shoes and come inside and drink your booze. Shitface and Stinky, they're just a couple of pricks. That's my song about my neighbours. Do you like it?
Yeah. Why did you do that?
What do you mean? Why did I do the
Why
song?
did you write it?
Oh, because they're assholes.
But they can't hear it.
Can't hear the song?
Yeah.
It's not for them.
Oh, okay. It's just to make you feel better.
It's to make, it's, you know what I was doing? Cathartizing.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I thought you were Protestant. All right, now, you're going to love today.
Oh,
We got
thank
some
God for today.
fantastic things.
Two fantastic things.
Yeah.
Go for it.
First,
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to ever top that Metallica episode, by the way.
You like that?
Oh, geez, that was a good episode.
I
But
still have some questions about that, but
no, you don't.
I actually really do. But anyway,
I've got to. I had to buy those shutters that come down on the windows for Metallica fans trying to kill me. They're very passionate about their bands.
they're very emotional people.
That's right. They actually contend that some of our facts were wrong.
Well, they're your facts, buddy, not mine. I don't think we should say our facts. Mind you, you know what? Skinny 15-year-olds with shit-ass haircuts and black T-shirts, I don't find that threatening.
That's right. What? Okay.
What?
They have their Metallica brand knife.
I know people. Metallica brand knife. Okay.
All right. Here we go. Now, what we're going to do today.
What is the kid?
Oh, you're going to love this.
You say that every week, and yet
well,
I'm continued to not.
The movie.
Yeah.
Did you notice I brought you some Russian coffee tablets? Chocolates?
Yes.
What are they?
Thank you. Yes.
That's
they're-
our little snack.
Yes, they're delicious.
Russian. That's the key word.
Russian
Because the movie we're going to examine.
is Gorky Park.
No, Beanpole.
Okay.
A Russian classic.
Of course. Das Vidania.
Could be a
Yes.
contender for this year's Oscars, next year's Oscars.
Next year's Oscars.
This year's
or as they're
whatever.
known in Russia, the Vlads.
Yes, that's right. And it's got subtitles, obviously. It's Russian. Russian.
Oh, it's talked in Russian.
Oh, it's fully Russian.
Talked in Russian. How am I going?
Yeah, you're great.
Finger on the pulse of showbiz.
You've
me.
been hanging around me too much.
Yeah, talked in Russian.
So it's subtitled.
Yeah.
Perfect. And we'll talk about that later. But the band we're going to talk about today is the fabulous Led Zeppelin.
There's a lady who knows that Woolworths is closed, so she's buying from 7-Eleven.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
And she's buying a what?
You don't listen.
I can't listen. All right. How many records? Let's do the usual thing. How many records have Led Zeppelin sold?
Sold?
Yep.
Okay, well, for a
Units.
start, they named them very easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, handy.
Yes.
Led Zeppelin 4, that was a good one. That was the one with Stairway to Heaven and Rock and Roll, all that sort of stuff. That was lovely.
Yep.
Physical Graffiti,
Oh,
another good album.
double album.
Yeah. So does that count as 2 when they bought it?
I think it does.
Okay, I'm going to factor that in. I will
It's 5
say
and 6.
290 million records.
Wow. That's a fantastic guess. 300 million they've done.
That is actually a good guess, isn't
Yeah.
it? Now, people might think at home that I have something written in front of me.
No, you don't.
All I have in front of me is a reminder, speak slowly, you're dealing with Ken. That's the only thing written in front of me.
Well, you do have something written in front of you. It's Jack Daniels, but apart from that.
He's my best friend. He's been my friend through the lockout. Lock up, lock in, whatever it's been. Me and Jack.
Jack and Diet.
Yeah, he's claimed me as a dependent in his will.
Jack and Diet at Coke.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. That's a very good guess. 300 million they've sold, making them one of the best-selling acts of all time because they never had a single out.
Was Stairway to Heaven not a single?
No singles.
Was Rock and Roll not a single?
No singles.
That's extraordinary.
Every time you say a song, how do you say it? Jamaica, not a single.
What about Black Knight?
Not a single. Not even a Led Zeppelin song.
Okay.
It was Deep Purple.
Okay. Hugh Hefner, not a single.
That's true. Yeah. All right. So that's good that you...
What about a Jocks vanilla and butterscotch ice cream?
Not a single.
There you are.
Jocks. All right. You know what they originally called?
Who?
Led Zeppelin, not Jocks.
No, that was my guess.
No. Do you know what they originally called, Led Zeppelin, ?
Yes, I do.
What?
The Led Zeppelin.
Ah, that's good. That's very good, but it's not true.
Oh. Apart from being good, it's not true. So,
no,
right.
but you're on the right track. They were called the New Yardbirds.
What did the Yardbirds have to say about that?
Well, they couldn't do anything because they were called the New Yardbirds.
I understand.
And then another band came out.
What if I came along and called myself the new Ken Murdoch? You would have issues.
But you're welcome to it, but yeah.
Yeah.
The New Beatles. And then there was the newer Yardbirds.
What about New Order?
Yeah, well, they used to be
Order were
Order.
furious.
That's right. Yes. And then there was the newest Yardbirds.
Yeah.
So by this stage, Led Zeppelin said, that's enough. We're going to
Enough for the Yardbirds, they said.
Yeah, that's right. So they decided to have a good think about a name. Met up with Keith Moon and John Entwistle from Led Zeppelin.
Keith Moon was from The Who.
I'm sorry, from The Who. You're correct.
No, I'm not.
No, Moon and Entwistle from The Who.
Yeah, I know.
But
you can't say you're correct because otherwise the whole premise of this podcast falls apart.
Okay, I won't use that word again.
Okay, cool.
So they
Particularly
were
with
talking-
yourself.
They were hanging around with Page and Plant.
Page and Plant. See? Which was a gardening book.
Yeah. That's right. And they were talking about forming a new band. How about
Called?
that? Well, they didn't know what to call it. And Keith Moon made a joke.
Of course,
that
very drunk at the time.
Yes, he said the band would go down like a Led Zeppelin.
The original expression would be lead balloon.
You're absolutely right. Hence, Zeppelin, which was a rigid, although balloon-like airship.
Yes.
Which is why it's a joke, you see.
Yes, I understand.
He was being a bit left of centre.
No, I feel you.
Yeah. But
Do you know why the Hindenburg exploded?
I do know that. In those days, there were...
Here we go. History lesson with Ken.
there was a smoking section and a non-smoking
Yes.
section.
Yes.
Smoking section, not a great idea.
Not so good.
Is that right?
A little bit. They were using hydrogen.
Yes.
Hydrogen, very, very light, lovely, easy to get gas, but extremely flammable.
Yeah.
So it
Not a
didn't
good
take much for it to explode. Oh, the humanity.
What about
said the
helium?
man.
Would helium have been a better choice?
Yes, much better choice. But then they'd have to have a string on it at all times being held by a 4-year-old that they bought at the show.
And then the pilot would say, "Welcome to the..."
Yes, exactly. This is your captain speaking. Exactly. Perfect. All right, back to this band. Who are they?
Yes.
The Who.
No, Led Zeppelin.
Have we done The Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, it didn't last very long because we sidetracked.
It's not like us.
No. But there was a lot of things for me to tell you about The Who because
Go
I
ahead.
love The Who, but we didn't. No, well, we've done it.
Oh, perfect.
We might have to do a part 2 if we run out of bands.
Part 2 of The Who.
Yeah, which would be part 3 of the Beatles.
Yeah.
So that could be possible.
We're going to run out of bands. Do you know how many bands there are?
Yeah, but bands that you want to talk about. That's
Okay, let me rephrase that. We're going to run out of bands before we run out of popularity.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. When we get to about 5 listeners.
Before I get sick of driving to Sunbury.
You love it.
you
What
think?
about the traffic now?
Traffic is
Like
good.
a ghost town.
But you still got to come to Sunbury.
Sunbury. Yeah.
Sunbury. Sunbury.
Well, that brings me to
Yes.
Led Zeppelin call themselves Led Zeppelin
They misspelt lead, by the way.
on purpose. On purpose. So
A lot
it's
of people
like,
do that.
like the Beatles, you know. put
Yeah,
an A
yeah,
in
we
it.
are.
Yeah,
I
you've done
thought
that.
more about that. You told me that a couple of weeks ago that the Beatles was like
Beat.
and that's actually I'd never in my entire life thought of that. And I actually ridiculously consider myself reasonably bright, and that had never occurred to me. So thank you for illuminating me.
That's all right. Well,
on
the
that,
Beatles,
Ken.
they call themselves the Beatles because of the Crickets, because they love Buddy Holly. So they wanted
Talking about the misspelling of it
no, I
to
know, but they
incorporate
wanted
the
an
beat.
insect sound. And then John Lennon said, "Why don't we change it to the beat, like as in beats?"
Uncanny impression, by the
Thank
way.
you. And then Paul McCartney went, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah. Or equally,
And then
equally uncanny.
Ringo said, "Yeah."
No, that's actually better.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And George went with George. You can't do
George doesn't say anything.
No, it's very hard. He's
Yeah.
quiet Beatle.
Yeah.
He was a quiet Beatle. So when they became Led Zeppelin,
Who? The Beatles?
no, Led Zeppelin.
You're confusing me.
When the new Yardbirds became the Led Zeppelin,
The Led Zeppelin.
They dropped-
And Fatso said,
yes,
Wait
I
a
own
minute.
it.
I own it. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they were performing as Led Zeppelin. Some people took offense.
You're saying
to
Led Zeppelin. There's no letter between the P and the L.
Led Zeppelin.
No. Led Zeppelin. Not Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin.
Good boy.
All right.
You get a biscuit.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, speaking of biscuits, sorry. You know, no, we're not eating. You know when you buy salad at the supermarket in that
Yeah.
pre-prepared bag, and after a day or two it goes brown and hideous? Monte Carlos don't do that. I'm just saying.
You clever man.
No, it's true. I've tested it.
Do you know that there's more bacteria in those plastic bags? If you buy one of those bags of spinach, there's more bacteria, I think by about 10%, than if you just pick it up with the...
Not at the moment.
No, maybe not at the moment, but... Well, I don't
Well,
know.
no, but it's not a virus. Bacteria. Bacteria is very different to a virus.
Yeah.
What's the primary difference between a bacteria and a virus, Ken?
Apart from the spelling,
Yes.
all right.
Number one. Very good. Yes.
Virus travels through the air,
No, that's not the difference. They both do that.
all right. A virus... now,
this is
pay
gonna go
attention
for
to
a
this.
while,
'cause
yes.
I'm thinking about this. A
Oh,
virus,
God, that'll help. Yeah.
a virus can kill you. Bacteria can only give you syphilis.
No, that's not true either.
All right, go on.
Okay. Bacteria is alive. Virus is not actually alive. Virus requires a cell to live.
Our cells.
Anybody's cell. An animal, a person, anything. A virus infects a cell and becomes affects that cell. So a virus in and of itself is not an alive thing. It's just a substance. Whereas a bacteria is a living, breathing, reproducing organism.
How do we get the bacteria?
Bacteria just grows by itself. It multiplies. There's thousands and millions and billions of bacteria inside you, most of them doing a good job. Anyway, back to that later. Back to these. Who are they? The Who, Beatles, Zeppelins.
That's right. Now,
Who, Beatles, Zeppelins?
some people took offense to their name.
Who?
One in particular, Frau Eva von Zeppelin.
Oh, yeah, of course.
She did not like that.
No, why would she?
No, and she tried to get them to change their name. She thought it was an insult to the family.
And you know what they said?
What?
Fuck you.
That's right. They did. Well, actually, they were forced to change their name for one gig in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
You will never. I'll give you 3 guesses. If you guess, I will give you $1 million.
Cindy and the Cockflops.
I don't know where I'm going to get $1 million.
No.
No. Go on.
Terry and the Termite Ticks.
No.
No?
Leave the and the. There's no that.
Oh, okay, so it's the somethings.
Correct.
Really?
Yep.
All right. The listeners are turning off.
Well, they can turn back on to hear this. It's the Knobs.
Perfect. There is a band called the Knobs.
Is there?
Yeah, yeah. They used to put their signs up outside pubs. Knobs, coming soon. Coming soon. You see what I did there?
I did.
Good on you.
Good on.
Thanks, pal. Thanks for playing along.
not
What have we
the-
got for Ken, Sandra? We've got a beautiful diamond set brooch and Welsh memento.
Yeah. Back to Led Zeppelin.
We haven't left them, really. We've just changed their name.
That's right. Let's change it back.
Okay.
Led Zeppelin's first titled album was
Led Zeppelin 1.
Meet the Led Zeppelin.
Perfect.
No, you're right. It was Led Zeppelin 1. It was paid by Jimmy Page.
Paid by.
Yeah,
What
the
do you mean?
recording
You
company
mean
didn't-
funded by?
Yes, the recording company didn't want to.
Well, Jimmy Page had a lot of money
He did.
because he had patented the word page. So every book in the world and newspaper and people who employed young boys at weddings
Just about to say that. Very good.
had to give him a royalty.
Yes.
But
There was no one just to show you to your seat at NBC. Huh?
nobody.
No.
Kenneth.
That's right. I thought you were talking
How
to me.
good's that show, 30
That's
Rock?
great. 30 Rock is good.
Is that a wonderful show?
I've been watching Mad About You.
Ah, beautiful show. I'm watching Ray Romano in
What about Ray?
no. What about Ray? Yeah. No,
on the pulse.
everyone loves Raymond. It's a great show.
It is,
and I've watched it 20 times. I love it. I've watched the whole series of Seinfeld again.
See, now you're doing what I used to do.
What?
Well, I used to go to Hamilton Island and watch
Oh no, I can't watch
The Office.
I can't watch 20 episodes in a row. You're insane. You can do that.
I can.
What I do is I record them on Foxtel in the bedroom upstairs,
Yes.
as opposed to the bedroom. No, we've only got anyway. And every morning I watch 10 minutes of the news and I fast forward through all the COVID bullshit because I'm sick of it. And what about this one? So what are you doing during lockdown? Shut up, don't care. And then I'll watch an episode of a sitcom to start my day off well. And then I'll get out of bed.
You're very regimental. Anyone that can turn off after one, I admire you.
You admire me?
Yeah.
You've never said you admire me.
I always admired you.
I've never known that.
Ever since I
hold my head up high.
ever since I saw you playing synth and piano at the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs at the Arts Centre, said this guy knows he knows his way around a piano. I said,
Oh, yeah. I could go from the left to the right and the right to the left.
yeah, you were doing
even more-
arpeggios.
Yeah. Look at that.
Not easy.
No. You can't teach that. Well, actually, you know what? You can teach that.
Yes.
I'm very excited about your single coming out with the band Taste Stand
you.
Up. Beautiful.
2,500 views in 2 days.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, I
So
saw
if
that.
without me, it would have been 2,499.
Did you watch it twice? Be
No.
truthful.
Oh, 2.5 times I watched it.
Okay. All right. Well, that's going very well. It's released in 2 weeks, actually.
Very proud of you, Kenny.
Thank you. That makes me happy that you like it.
You need to get rid of those other guys in the band.
Wow.
You know what they are? Passengers.
Just say the hangers on.
I know a drummer.
You?
Yeah. I know a drummer, and he's stuck here. He can't get out.
Okay. All right.
We could call him on the phone later if you like.
Yeah. Can we?
Yeah, why not?
You know, I was thinking before we should see if we can. Okay, I know you've got these that old cassette you've got of Fatso recording with one of his bands, and there was a big fight going on. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Well, why don't we bring that in next week?
Okay.
All right, we'll do
Sure.
that. We'll play it to the listeners.
Yeah.
They love him.
They do love it. It's weird. We can play it, but it's an ugly blue.
Yeah, it's like the Trogs. Do you know about the Trogs? The
Wild Thing.
Yeah. Do you know about the famous argument they had on tape, and now everyone has heard it?
No.
Never to be released.
Everyone except me.
Well, yeah.
So you can't say everyone.
Everyone except Marty.
That's what you have to say.
Well, you should look it up on YouTube. It's really funny.
YouTube.
Really, yeah.
What are you, 12?
YouTube.
No. It's
good.
changed now.
What do you watch?
MeTube.
Now, Zeppelin.
Yeah.
First album called Zeppelin 1, you were correct. Because Page was paying for it, cost $4,500.
You can do that. You know why?
Why?
Wiggle room.
That's right. And he was, because he was
You know,
paying-
people who listen to this,
Yeah.
I wonder if they appreciate our running gags.
Yeah. Do you think people might say to other, people that don't know the podcast, you know why?
Wiggle room.
Wiggle room. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it,
Yeah.
but I don't love it.
That's our big one. Yeah. I can see us trending.
Trending, you say?
It's-
Trending's a very
We're
modern
going to
word.
be, you know what we are?
What are we?
Enablers. Yeah, that's the new thing.
Did you get this? Now, this is actually true. I've got it because my Facebook page has got like 50,000 people and stuff.
Yes.
Someone called me, wait for this, an influencer.
Oh, you are an influencer.
Say that again.
Didn't all come out at
An
once.
influencer. No, you said it weirdly.
You're an
That-
influencer.
Yeah, you're an influencer. Yeah, you've gone viral.
Yes.
Exactly. No, and they're wanting to advertise with me and get me to promote their thing. I don't know why anybody would do that, and I'm really destroying my own industry by even talking about this. But yeah,
Wow, you've hit the big time.
but it's only from putting up jokes and so. Oh, have you seen my parodies that I've been doing?
I love them.
Do you really?
I haven't watched them.
You're killing
I
me.
don't like a parody.
No, but you see, the problem with normal parodies like Weird Al and all those guys is they come up with one funny idea,
Yeah.
and then the verse is just garbage. Then their funny idea is in the chorus.
Eat it.
And yeah, exactly. And then they'll do like another boring verse, and then they'll repeat the chorus, and we already heard the joke from the first chorus. And then they'll do another shit verse, and then they'll repeat the chorus. So it's the same joke 3 times, which isn't that strong with no work in the verse.
Right.
What I'm doing is funny all the way, but I'm only doing a verse and a chorus, and I'm out. So the whole thing lasts 30 seconds.
Well, you know,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah, but I don't have 30 seconds.
No, I understand that.
I'm a busy man.
No, I appreciate that. You are.
I got a lot going on at the moment.
I get that. I completely get that. And
I got gigs. I got to go and visit people.
no, well, that well,
Would you like to do one now?
well, I don't want to do one in front of you. I'd be all shy. But
I've got a keyboard here. You could actually do the whole thing.
really,
Yeah. Do you want to do that?
yeah. All right, I'm going to do it now.
No, you're going to play it here and sing it here.
I'm going to play it into the microphone.
No, no. Why don't you do live?
No, because it works better.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
Come on, funny boy.
Your grandma, my grandma, sitting by a fire. Your grandma said to my grandma, have any of your kids come by yet? Sorry, grandma, hey now, hey now, hey now. We have to ISO all day. We're not allowed to visit nursing homes, so ISO all day. ISO all day. Hey!
That's very good. I'll start listening to him.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're quick.
Yeah.
So it's just an idea. You know what I mean?
Can I ask you something?
No.
Why?
All right, go ahead.
Why on every post
Yeah.
when someone's playing a grand piano
Yeah.
does it sound out of tune?
Did that sound out of tune?
Not well. It's hard to hear on the headphones. I got the gist.
Gist?
Well,
No, not well.
We-
Just say gist and move on.
all right, gist. But I have heard, John Legend, all these guys,
Yeah.
big guys, McCartney,
Yeah.
always sounds out of tune. Now I'm assuming these guys got a couple of bucks to get it tuned.
Mine doesn't sound out of tune.
Do you think it's No, I got to tell you about Led Zeppelin.
TikTok.
We
I'm not made of time. I'm getting on.
Yes, you are. Every second you're getting closer to your grave,
That's what they say.
isn't it?
I've got to stop them saying that. It's downer.
That's right. Woody Allen said, "I don't mind dying. I just don't want to be there when it happens."
Dying is easy. The bit before it's not so good.
Led Zeppelin used to rent 6 floors of the hotel when they went there.
Is that because they were so loud?
Yeah, they had a party. They loved
On
the
6
party.
floors?
6 floors. Well, Bonham and his road manager, Richard Cole, they drive a motorcycle along the hallways
How do they get the motorcycle up?
in the elevator, I'm assuming.
How do they get it through the lobby?
Wow, that might have taken a little bit of...
Oh, no, wait.
Skullduggery?
I've got it. B2, the parking lot. You go straight up.
okay.
But actually, this is interesting. Most hotels have a different elevator to the car park than they do up to the accommodation. So you would have to get it into the car park, into B2, up to the lobby, and then take it out and do a quick U-turn.
Loading zone through the kitchen.
Oh, I don't know about that. You go where now? We cook now.
No brings.
No bring bite. You'll get no chop suey.
So...
I don't mean to be offensive to our Indian fans.
Oh, Indian.
Yeah.
So...
I've got to work on my accent.
yes. So Plant, by the
Yes.
time they got really big, they too hired a coke lady, a lady to lay out the cocaine.
Robert Plant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of women's clothing lying around.
Who doesn't?
This is true. On account of their groupies, apparently. But when they went to dinner with... Now, listen to this. When they went to dinner with George Harrison, Beatles, Stevie Wonder, they came dressed in women's clothing.
Do you know why Stevie Wonder can't see his friends?
Why?
Because he's married.
So, Stevie Wonder was upset. He said they were mocking his blindness.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, that's what he thought.
You can't do that. Not with Stevie Wonder. Normal blind people, fuck it.
Yeah.
But Stevie Wonder, he's got influence.
He's an influencer.
He knows people.
Yes.
He can get you knocked off.
Well, I'll tell you a story about Led Zeppelin. When
About time.
they came to Australia,
Yes.
a friend of mine, Phil Greenop,
Stop pretending you have friends.
worked for WEA, I think.
WEA.
WEA. And he was in charge of looking after Led Zeppelin when they were here. He told me this story. And they said, "Ah, good, we got another victim," they called him. And he said, "What do you mean?" And they go, "Well, the last guy that was here on the last night, we cut all his suits in half and put them together with pins. That was hilarious," they said. "That was hilarious."
That is hilarious.
Yeah. And so
It's hard
they
to
go,
do.
we're going to get you on the last night, right? And so on the last night, the big party happens. And John Bonham, in particular, is looking everywhere for Phil to do something to him, whatever they're going to do. And he can't find him. He gets very upset, goes back to his hotel room. Maybe the party was in there or something. Gets a call from Phil Greenup. Phil Greenup said, "Look out the window." And so John Bonham goes to the window. He goes, "See the apartment block across the road?" He goes, "Count 6. See the light on? That's me waving to you. See you next tour."
Ah.
Yeah? And he used to get a Christmas card every year from John Bonham saying, "When we come back, I'm going to get you."
Ah.
Sadly, he died.
Who?
John Bonham.
Well, he didn't get him.
Do you know why he died?
Loneliness.
No. At a rehearsal, he drank. I want to get this absolutely correct. He drank
Drano.
40 shots of vodka
That's
and
a lot.
died choking on his vomit, which is better than choking on anyone else's, but still,
Yeah.
that's what happened.
You know, speaking of choking on anyone else's, if you have a lung transplant, when you have a cold, you're coughing up someone else's phlegm.
Yes, that's true, I suppose.
Isn't that vile?
You think that's the way people look at it?
I would.
Wouldn't you say?
I'd be disgusted.
But wouldn't you just say, "Thank God"?
Nah,
I'm alive.
to hell with it.
To hell with
To
it.
hell with being
I should have
alive.
thought this through.
I'm hucking up Ming Lee from Bendigo's bloody sputum. Sputum. That's the medical term for phlegm. Phlegm's a hard word to spell.
Phlegm.
Yes. How would you spell phlegm?
Well, I know how to spell it, but you would think it was F-L-E-M.
And yet it is
Tony
not.
Katz would.
Tony, dear little Tony Katz. I've seen him online putting pictures up of him installing air conditioning
Yeah.
on cold days.
Riveting video.
Yes, absolutely. You can't tear yourself away.
You can't.
No, you go.
I have to see how this is going
You
to
know,
end
people
up.
call, come and my wife rings out, "Help me, I've fallen down the stairs." No, wait. I'm watching Tony Katz's video, right? And by the way, Phlegm.
Yes.
Hard word to spell.
Silent G. Isn't it? Silent G.
Phlegm.
Yeah, silent G.
Phlegm.
Silent P.
Yes, as in swimming pool.
Here's something you might learn.
Might low. Okay. Yes. Like and no together
Yes.
make low.
What do you think when
Yes.
I say Led Zeppelin and Mud Shark?
Ah,
Do you know the story?
please illuminate me.
All right.
Hopefully we're running out of time.
We are just about to.
Going
According
for
to
it.
legend,
So I'm hoping we get to nearly the end and miss the end.
oh no, a groupie was tied to a bed.
A groupie was tied. You know, groupies are people's daughters, right?
Yes.
How would you feel if your daughter was a groupie? What do you want to be when you grow up? I'm hoping to be a groupie, Dad. Good on you, kid. Let me continue to pay $30,000 a year at Wesley.
Imagine if you were this girl. Parents.
Yeah.
She was defiled with a mud shark
What's a mud
by
shark?
the band. It's a very small shark. It's not dangerous.
When you say defiled, do you mean they held the shark above her and it pooed on her?
no,
Ken, this is a vile story.
but everyone knows this story. It's famous.
I know famous things. I've never heard this mud shark story.
And the way they got the shark was they were staying at the Edgewater Inn,
Yes.
and
The home of the mud shark.
That's right. You could order it. No, outside you could fish.
Yes.
Out of the window, and that's what happened.
I
They
hate
put it-
this story.
Well, I'm just telling you the facts.
I don't know about you, but I've got a daughter.
Well, I do have a daughter. I have 2 daughters, but you know they're sensible enough to stay away from Led Zeppelin. All right. So you didn't like the mud shark story. Well, what about this story then? What about?
You didn't really tell me the mud shark story,
Well,
but you intimated what they'd done, and I don't like that.
No. Well, what about this story, Richard?
I'm happy to go into a shark, but the obvious reversal, I'm not so crazy about.
You don't want to. You do not want to order a piece of flake with Led Zeppelin.
No.
No, that's right. Now, what about this story then?
You know, if you ordered flake in a fish shop and they actually gave you a Cadbury flake, you couldn't argue.
No, you couldn't. Flake and chips.
Chocolate.
You could get, that's right, you get a piece of flake and
Yeah.
a bag of Sandboy chips.
Yeah.
They go, that's what you ordered.
Thank you.
All right. I like that. That's very clever.
I do like flake.
Now,
They
guitars,
don't call it that in anywhere except Victoria, by the way.
flake, the fish flake. What do they call it? Shark. Do they really? Do you like flake?
I love it.
I barramundi man myself.
Interesting thing about sharks, they don't have any bones.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So they're filleted.
Cartilage.
They're perfect.
No, cartilage. The same thing that's in your ear and your nose, that's what a shark's made of.
They don't sleep.
That's not true either. They don't stop moving, but
moving.
They do sleep while they move.
Do they?
Yeah.
Similar to you.
Similar to me at
in
a
this
gig.
podcast.
Yeah, exactly. God, this thing's going forever.
What about this fact?
What is it?
Jimmy Page, 28,
Yeah.
dated a 14-year-old girl. Was never...
That 14-year-old girl was weird.
It was illegal, obviously. But before she dated Page, she used to date David Bowie.
Wow.
She
She got around.
12.
She was a good sport. I thought he was gay.
Who?
David Bowie.
He liked everything.
That's exhausting. Imagine walking down the street having a look at everyone's ass.
What about the fact that Led Zeppelin, when they recorded at ABBA's studio, was shown all the sex clubs by Benny and Bjorn? These are big facts that you're not reacting to.
No, I should, but I need to go to the toilet.
Okay. All right. Well, we're nearly finished now.
Okay, cool. How many minutes?
About 3.
Oh.
Is that all right?
Just pause for a second.
I gotta. Well, you go. I'll tell the story.
Okay.
Go in the bucket.
What bucket?
There's a bucket outside the
Is
door.
there really?
The blue one.
No, there
I
isn't.
call it the pissoir.
No.
See, look, there it is. Go in the bucket.
Open the door. Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, of course. Don't worry about it. All right. So I'll tell you the last fact. Don't do it loud because they'll hear it.
By a waterfall.
Ah, Marty. Everybody, Led Zeppelin reformed in 2007, and their drummer was John Bonham's son.
Nobody can say that we lack realism.
Piss off.
Done. All right.
He's finished.
Hey, let's toss to see who has to empty the bucket.
Thank God. The music just come on.
Just in time.
Thank God you don't have to poo.
Man, that's a good bucket.
The pissoir. That's what I always call it, the pissoir.
And now it's time for Maury's Joke of the Week. There was this country cricket team bowler who was getting ready to start his spell when he noticed that the umpire was his father-in-law who hated him. He says to himself, I'm hoping he won't let his feelings about me get in the way of the game. So he bowls his first ball, which is nicked by the batsman to first slip, who catches it. How's that? He shouts. Not out, said the umpire. So the bowler goes back and bowls a lovely delivery, catching the batsman plumb LBW, dead set out. How's that? He roars at the umpire as his father-in-law. Not out, said the umpire. The bowler says, geez, I'll fix this mongrel. So he starts his run up at the fence and lets fly with an enormous full toss. It goes straight through the batsman's legs and hits the middle stump and breaks it in half. Turns to his father-in-law, the umpire, and he says, geez, Bert, I nearly bloody got him that time.
Ken's amazing fact challenge. Bit of harmony there.
Yeah, beautiful.
That
Look
was
at that.
nice.
You can't teach that.
Okay, 3 facts. One is wrong.
Yes.
Pick the wrong one. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Turtle shells are practically indestructible. But if you flip them on their back, they die in half an hour.
Turtle shells die.
The turtle.
Right.
Got it?
Yeah. On. Can't hear you.
There I am. Fact number 2. David Bowie said Mark Bolan
Yeah.
bought his PA from Woolworths at the height of his career.
He bought David Bowie's PA?
No, Mark Bolan,
Bought his own one.
yes, from Woolworths.
Right.
At the height of his career.
Really? That's interesting.
I can't say anything more about it. Fact 3.
Yes.
A monkey's penis can invert on demand.
So can mine.
On
In
demand?
fact, it does know all the time. That's in its relaxed state.
So which one is wrong?
I've got an innie, not an outie. I reckon the first one.
You think turtle shells are practically indestructible?
No, I
wrong.
think the flipping thing part is wrong.
No, that's right.
They don't die in half an hour.
Yes.
No, they don't.
This is a fact.
From
TV.
the Comedy Channel?
Yes.
Yes. I would dispute that. So
All right. Well, what would be the second one you think could be wrong?
that I've forgotten what the third
David
one was.
Bowie
Yeah.
and a monkey's penis.
I don't think I've ever seen a penis invert.
Well done.
Yeah.
That's correct. That's correct. But I assure you that the turtle shell theory is correct.
Based on?
A comedian on 8 out of 10 cats does count that.
Yeah, no, I don't feel that is correct. But anyway, all right.
Back to the show.
Okay. All right. Beanpole. Beanland. Whoa, look at you. Mr. Health. Hey! Hoopla!
Cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
That's jazz.
You like it?
That's jazz.
All right.
All right, movie time.
Yes, sir.
Beanpole.
Yeah.
The Russian movie.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it,
No.
but you're about to hear about it.
Looking forward to it. Holy Moses, Ken.
Eh?
My latest parody, which is up yours, Kazali,
Yes.
about football being cancelled, has had 4,000 views.
Wow.
That's a lot.
You play it. Put it through the thing.
Are you sure?
Sure.
I don't want to make trouble.
No.
Because I know you. Wow, that dog. Your dog farted. That's brutal. Holy Moses. But you don't like sport, so I'm.
No, but I'll get it.
All right, here we go.
Tell me when to laugh.
Well, there's a lot of things to football that I must admit I miss. I miss $14 bourbons. I miss queuing up to piss. I miss seats that have no leg room. I miss $20 to park. I miss our $1 million forward missing another mark. But the virus fucked the football. The game's been locked away. They played round one in a ghost town when no one watched them play. Yeah, the virus fucked the football. It's done the game no good. I'd give anything to watch a game, even Collingwood. Even Collingwood.
That's good.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Thank you, Ken.
And so do 3,999 other people.
You're Ken.
I am
look,
Ken.
Your dog has broken wind. And my eyes are.
As we,
My eyes are watering.
as we say in this family, the dog popped.
Oh my God.
I told you.
Is it the little dog or the big dog?
It couldn't possibly be the little dog. It's got to be. That's a big. That's
Not
a big dogger.
Oh my God.
I told you.
I feel. Holy shit.
I had some spray here. I don't know where it's gone.
That's Chernobyl.
It's a very poo-related. Well, no, toilet-related episode.
Oh.
All right. You ready? You
Yeah,
right?
go for it. What movie are we doing?
Beanpole,
Beanpole?
the Russian movie.
Of course.
All right.
Yeah.
Beanpole is a nurse in Russia during World War II.
It's a person.
Yeah. She's very tall, almost albino.
Yeah. Almost.
Well, actually, she's not, albinos are very, very, very pale.
I've seen
she's
that.
not quite that pale. But she's got white eyelashes. She's got blonde, short hair.
Yeah.
Very tall.
Okay.
Very awkward looking.
Yeah. How tall?
6'6".
6'6".
Yeah. Yeah. She's a big girl.
That's tall.
She's a big girl.
She
That's why
should
they
go
call-
up on me.
That's, by the way,
Yeah.
let me tell you the cast. Are you ready? Beanpole was played by Victoria Miroshnichina.
I love her.
I knew you'd know her work.
Yeah.
Masha, the other person we haven't got to yet.
Masha?
Yeah, was played by Vasilisa.
Vasilisa.
Yeah, Vasilisa
Vasilisa? Okay.
by Perilagina.
Okay. You got to spare a thought for Vasilisa. Because when Vasilisa goes to the zoo,
Yes.
And at the end, they go through the gift shop. She's looking for the thing you put on your bedroom door with your name on it.
yeah.
And she's looking through the racks. I see you've got Victoria, you've got Vicky, you've got Vanessa. And she yells out, I see you're out of Vasilova. And they go, yeah, we've ordered them. They're coming.
Well, Beanpole,
So she just buys like a beanie baby.
or the Russian translation, Beansky Polsky.
Yes, I think that might be Polish, but anyway. You mean Beanovich? Polovich.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
How much do you think it made?
How much did it make?
Yep.
Of what?
In money.
Oh. $8.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You're going to faint.
No, wait. Let me have another guess for real. $1,200,000.
That was a bit adventurous.
I had a crack.
You had a go.
Yeah. I have a crack.
126,632,490 Russian rubles.
How many is that in Singapore dollars?
I think it made about $1 million in America.
That's a profit.
No, I don't know. Well, yeah, probably only cost a bucket of potatoes.
Well, they don't pay their actors. They put a gun to their head. Act, they say. And
Okay. Just
da,
had a shot, is it?
Da, they say, which is yes.
Yes, I bet.
And they will act immediately you know what they're trying to avoid? Being killed.
Yeah, that would.
It's a good motivation.
What's my motivation?
Yeah, that's what actors say. What's my to not be killed, dickhead? Just act, or you will be killed.
I can see why they act so well. It's a good movie. It is a good movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's it about, Ken?
Well,
it's about an hour and a half.
Yes, she's a nurse in a Russian hospital during World War II.
Okay.
She has silent fits.
What do you mean?
Well,
You mean she goes in and tries shoes on without saying anything?
no, she's she's looking after one of the patients, and all of a sudden she just freezes, and they start talking to her, and she does not come out of the fit for about 30 seconds, and then she comes good. Okay.
So she's like narcoleptic.
Yes, and just remember that. all
Or
right?
petit mal, as they say.
Sure, just remember it.
Sure. Okay.
She has a boy,
Yes.
little boy, called Pashka.
When you say has, you mean she bought him at a market or it's his son?
He calls her Mama.
Is it his son? Her son?
Let's get to that.
Or is that a spoiler?
It's a spoiler.
No, okay, let me.
Spoiler ski alert.
You know Knives Out, right, that we did
Yeah.
a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
that you completely ruined the plot for?
Yeah.
Jenny keeps saying to me, my missus, let's watch Knives Out. And I go, no, Ken ruined it. I know the end of it. And she hates your guts.
What about The Invisible Man?
Oh.
You watched that yet?
No, not yet.
I'm waiting for you to watch it so we can do it.
Why do you want me to watch it so you can
You
do
said
it?
don't tell me anything about that movie because we're going to watch it.
But we can do it. God, there's the dog. There's the dog farted.
Did it?
I don't know. It's only you
That
or
might
the
have been
dog. Brutal. No, do you have to give away the plot when we talk about the film?
Well, that's the ending usually.
You don't have to talk about the ending.
Okay.
Like you can say, and then, because you do say this, and then a lot of things happen.
It's true.
You-
Or we run out of time.
Yes. Both things.
All right. Well, we'll do The Invisible Man soon.
Okay.
That's a great movie.
You like it?
Oh, yeah. I told you about that. It's got heart.
Next week?
You sure? Next week. I thought you said Netflix, but it's not on Netflix yet. But next week, yes.
Is it on Foxtel?
Yes, it is, isn't it?
I've got that.
You've got it. That's how you're going to watch it, isn't it?
It's the reason why I
You
don't.
haven't downloaded it illegally.
The reason why I don't eat is because I got Foxtel.
Yeah. You didn't download it illegally.
No, that's not my go.
No, you don't do
You know why?
because you don't know how.
Yes. Nothing to do with principles. No idea. I'm an old cat.
You are. What about, our podcast is taking off now, right? We're getting quite a few listeners.
So you say.
Well, we are. There's over 2,000. That's not bad.
I'll go by you.
All right. What about our first attempt in 1980?
Yeah.
A cassette with Marty and Ken talking for an hour. Didn't
Cost
go
us-
well.
No, we had to send it out to so many people. Cost us a fortune.
Remember sitting there with the two cassette players
Oh.
and we couldn't talk?
Tough.
Yeah. Remember that? Then we did the CD. Not great.
Not good either.
No.
What about our live tour where we knocked on people's doors and stood with them for an hour at their doorstep, just chatting And they'd be like, dude.
A doorcast, that was called.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're ahead of our time. Yeah. And now look where we are.
Look at us now.
Yeah.
We're in a garage in Sunbury.
Yeah. It's a studio.
My parents, is it?
Yes.
Sure.
Shields and shit.
Why do I have to hold this wrench?
Shields and shit.
What?
Shields and shit.
Saying it again doesn't
Shields?
make it clearer. Shields.
Your original name?
No,
I was gonna say
wrong. Wrong.
Your maiden name?
No. Shield. Spell
Shield.
it.
No S.
Yes. One of the
Heel.
It's one of the
Sit down, dog.
starts. Not at the end. Sheil. Sheil.
Yeah, Shield. Shield
That
and
was my
shit.
dad's original name.
Yeah. And my nickname is Merds, which means shit in, I was going to say Russian.
What means two shits, actually. It's plural. Murder or skifets is means
French.
shit in Italian.
So that's our nom de plume.
Yeah, but don't say
Shield and shit.
Shiel and shit.
Yeah.
Shiel and
What
shit.
do you think?
I'd buy it.
Okay. I told you we should record
If I saw an advertorial for that, I go, I don't know what it does, but I want it to do whatever it does.
You know what people hate about this
Have you got a heater on?
Yeah, look.
Cool. I was feeling
You're
a
getting it
hot
all.
wind across my face.
Yeah, you're getting it all.
And I thought, either I've got corona fever
Yes.
or something's going on. Or that dog's beefed again.
You know what? You know what people hate about our podcast?
You?
No fast forward button.
Yeah. You can. That's not true.
That's true.
Yeah.
You can speed it up. Do you know that? There's
I know.
speed.
I've seen that.
That's a great idea.
No, it's a bad idea.
We could do this podcast in 5 minutes and then slow it down.
Oh, that is good.
Yes.
You speak like that.
Look into it.
I'll check it out. I'll talk to my guys. I've got IT guys.
Your IT,
Yeah.
IT department. All right. So she's had silent fits. Don't forget that.
Who? What are you talking
Beanpole.
Oh, that movie. Forgot about that.
So-
Okay, the tall. So does she kind of look like the tall blonde chick from Game of Thrones?
Yeah, very much so.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So now I've got
Not
a
as
visual.
attractive, by the way.
You liked her?
Yeah, but,
like her, do you?
but I'm saying that the other girl is not.
Beanpole's not.
No.
Why?
Well, because she's, you know, Miranda, the comedian Miranda, the tall.
Miranda, the one who got lost in Hanging Rock when you were watching Bruce Springsteen.
No. What's that?
Miranda.
No, the English comedian Miranda, the tall, really lanky. Doesn't matter. That's who she looks like. Anyhow, the boy is called Pashka,
Pashka.
4 years old. He calls her mum, goes everywhere with her.
Okay.
At this stage, we don't know anything about
Of course not.
their relationship.
No. Are they going out?
No, they're not from Led Zeppelin. They're not going out.
Okay.
They're having a bit of a
Pash.
tough and tumble
Okay.
on the floor. No,
Who? Tough and tumble.
Yeah.
The hell's a tough and tumble?
I don't know.
What have you done?
The kid, 4-year-old kid, and
Dies.
Beanpole.
Beanpole.
Yeah, who we think is the kid's mother.
But we don't know this.
We're about to find out.
We're about to find out.
She has a fit,
Who does?
Beanpole, when she's playing with the kid and
so-
smothers him to death. She falls on him. He can't get up. It's very sad. Very, very sad. Then,
Yeah.
later on,
Yeah.
the mother,
Yeah.
Masha,
Masha.
the
Masha.
mother of the boy.
Who names these people?
Masha. Well, the Russian names.
Masha's a good name for a wrestler.
Yeah. She comes back from the Russian front. She's a soldier.
You know what you never hear about? The Russian back.
No. Because you know why?
Why?
Because in the Russian back, no one. What story they got to tell?
What
Oh,
if
we
they
played
attack
cards.
from? If they attack from the rear?
Nothing worse.
I'm on the Russian back. That was always in Hogan's Heroes. You'll be sent to the Russian front.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That's my grandfather's favourite show.
The Russian front.
No, Hogan's Heroes.
Ah. Do you like it? I like it.
People
People complain because it makes the Nazis look friendly.
No, it makes them look funny.
Funny, friendly?
You know Bob Crane
Yeah.
died in a gay bashing.
Unbelievable story, Bob Crone. His story, he's sex maniac. Into everything.
Gayness.
Another one.
Steeped in gayness.
Yeah. No, not only gay, everything.
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 Invented the threesome.
Gerbils?
some say. Oh, I loved them. Couldn't get enough of them.
It's hard to get. It's hard to show. You know what? You go to the pet shop and buy a gerbil. First time, no problem. Second time, raised eyebrows. Third time, they start to ask questions.
Well, Bob Crane bred his own.
Bred his own gerbils. The gerbils are sitting in the cage going, what happened to Frank? Well,
He went in that tunnel,
whoa,
never to be seen again.
that's not what you want, is it?
By the way, I just realised we don't have an ending on this podcast, so we could be going for 2 hours and never know.
Let's not. All right.
All right, there's the time.
Let's just pretend we've been going for 10 minutes. All right.
Okay. All right, so the mother comes home and goes, where's the boy? Mm-hmm. And she goes, he's not here.
Whoops. Whoops, she says.
And the mother goes,
Whoops.
Beanpole, where's the boy?
There was an incident.
Yeah. And then she says to her, is he dead? And she goes,
Dead's an ugly word, she says.
yeah, extreme but true.
Yes.
Yes, he's dead.
What do you mean by dead, she says?
Yes, define dead.
Yeah, define dead, not alive. Okay, we're
Yes.
on the same page.
Yeah.
Jimmy Page.
So she accepts that because a lot of kids are dying because of the,
It can happen.
you know, famine and
in Russia.
Yeah,
so
Russia.
many things.
no one had food.
No,
We're
the
talking
coldness.
World War II.
Oh,
World War II. It's
Stalingrad.
come to an end, by the way.
What has?
The world and not the world, the World War II.
who won?
America. So it went
No,
well.
I don't think
The
America
Allies,
won.
Allies.
The Allies.
Yeah.
Of which Russia was. Eventually.
Correct. Well, that's right. They swapped sides. It's clever.
You know why Hitler lost?
Why?
He fought a war on two fronts. You can't do that.
What do you have?
He fought a war on two fronts.
Ah,
It's very hard to do.
did he?
It was a tactical error.
What front were they?
The back and the front. No, one side and the other side. He was fighting the Allies on, let's say, the left.
Yeah.
And fighting the Russians on the right.
Ah.
What do you do?
No, it's stupid. Go down the middle.
Go in the middle and just fight people
Just hit people on-
either end of you.
Yeah, just swing your arms around. All right, now, so the mother grieves, and seriously,
Is the mother's name Greaves?
No, the mother's name Masha, but the mother grieves for about 3 minutes and goes, "Let's go out."
Who's she grieving?
The boy.
Did she know the boy?
It was a son.
What was the name of the boy?
The boy's name was Pashka,
Oh, yeah.
and her name is Masha.
Masha, Pashka, and
Beanpole. So what happened was,
they're not a comedy troupe. I don't know what's going
my
on.
favourite Russian trio.
Yeah.
She went to the war and said to Beanpole, "Can you look after the boy for me while I'm away?"
Why'd you go to the war?
But,
Because she was tall and could get a
no,
good
not
shot.
Beanpole, not Beanpole, Masha.
The kid.
That's Pashka.
Pashka.
You get your Pashkas in Damascus, mister.
God, this is a shit movie.
The mother goes to the war.
Mashka.
Yes, Masha. Masha.
Mash.
Not Mashka. That's
Masha.
That's two of them put together.
You know, I'd be frightened if I was up against someone called Masha.
Yeah, so would I. And I tell you this, at North Brunswick Primary School,
Of course.
my nickname was Masha Murdoch.
Because
Wow.
you were good with potatoes. You worked at KFC. You started in the coleslaw department, but then you got shifted to Gravy Boy and then Potato Masher.
Masha Murdoch.
And Masher Murdoch, they called him.
Yeah. Experimental school too, it was. You know those?
Oh, well, I've seen them. Yeah,
Not
exactly.
what you're thinking.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
So that meant no discipline, no homework, no uniform, nothing.
We were the first school to have the music instead of the bell.
What did it play? School's out
Yeah, that was
forever.
a bad choice.
Yeah.
Bad choice, that one.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Not so good.
Should have come into the school would have
Yeah.
been better. Now, you got it. This movie's great if we can get past this first section.
Which part are we up to at the moment?
Right. So she found out her son is dead.
How long's the movie been going? What do you mean? Who found out?
Masha.
Well, it's not her son.
No, Beanpole was.
You just said she found out her son was dead.
Yes,
But it's not Masha's son.
it is Masha's son. Pashka was Masha's son.
No,
Beanpole-
Pashka was Beanpole's son.
No, I just told you that Beanpole was looking after her while Masha was...
But Masha is Beanpole's mum.
No.
Yes.
Masha is not Beanpole's mum.
Who the hell
They're
is
the same
Masha?
age.
Well, how can she possibly be her mum?
She's not her
That's
mum.
bad writing.
She's not her mum.
This movie has flaws.
No, you have flaws. Well,
You know what I have? 6 flaws, like a Led Zeppelin party. See what I did there?
you did very good.
Thanks.
All right.
Oh, God.
So they go out.
You know what I'm clear on? Nothing.
So Masha and Beanpole go out.
I'm like a gorilla in the mist.
They go
We
out.
should do that film.
Yeah?
Oh.
You know, I've got that movie inside.
That's a sad
DVD
movie.
cover. No DVD.
You know what I've got? 400 Tupperware lids. They don't match anything.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
I know every container came with a lid.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. What about your frying pan and all that?
No. Saucepans? No.
Forget it.
How did it all fit in the drawers? And then when you do the washing and you try and put it back in the drawers? No.
Yeah. Or what about when you take one out, all fall out?
Wizardry.
Yep. Yep.
It's ergonomics.
housewives everywhere agreeing with it.
Housewives.
Yes.
Can you say that now? I think that's racist.
Is it? Racist.
I don't know.
All right. So she kills... No, we've done that.
Who does?
No, she's done that.
Beanpole
They-
falls on the kid, kills the kid, and Masha,
Masha-
who is the kid's real mother.
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute. Why is Masha getting Beanpole to fall on her kid?
Well, she didn't get her to. She went away to the war. She put Beanpole in charge of the kid. Beanpole had a fit. Killed the kid. You got it?
So like a babysitter,
Exactly.
but a baby squasher.
She did sit on it.
How old was Masha?
4.
Yeah.
No, who? No, hang on. Pashka.
Who?
The kid. Pashka. 4.
Pashka.
Pashka's 4.
Not Masha.
No.
How old was Masha?
Well, you don't really know, but I'm guessing about 20. They're about 20 years old. Masha,
Is Masha pretty?
she's better looking than Beanpole.
You don't like this Beanpole.
Not an attractive woman.
Why did they name the movie after her if she's not good looking? You got to name things after good looking things,
Wow.
apart from the Elephant Man.
I think that's racist.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what racist is anymore.
No, I don't know. When she finds...
You had lovely flowers in your backyard. I'm just noticing.
You like it?
I thought it was.
I've done a bit of
I
work
thought
on
it
that.
was a concrete wasteland, but no, your buds are out.
Yeah. No, we've
Nice.
done very well.
I like it. Well done, Ken.
One of our 2 gardens, by the way.
You have 2 gardens.
Yeah, that's what my nickname used to be. 2 gardens, Ken.
Masha became 2 gardens.
Much nicer.
Yeah.
Now, let me get past this first bit.
What bit?
They go out. The 2 girls
We're still
go
at
out.
the first bit.
Yeah, we haven't got anywhere.
We've been going 15
We've gone
minutes.
60 minutes.
Can't be 60.
Oh, no, it's longer. Should we stop?
I don't know anything about this movie.
All right, I'll condense it.
Holy Moses.
Masha wants to get drunk.
Masha wants to get drunk.
She does, but she wants to get pregnant more. She wants to get pregnant because she
The
wants another
2
baby.
are not isolated.
No, that's true. They want to get pregnant. So she can't. So, because she's...
Anorexics?
There's a lot of stuff went on.
She's infertile? Endometriosis?
She's had too many abortions. All right?
That can happen.
Can't have kids. So she said...
They become addictive after a while.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's right. Sometimes I have to think about what you've just said. So they go back to the hospital.
What's the hospital?
At the hospital, there's...
Our Lady of the Bottle of Vodka.
Yes. So there's a guy there, one back from the front.
Back from the front.
That's even I thought
All
that was
right.
funny when I said it.
Yeah.
And he's in a wheelchair.
Funny.
And his wife goes,
Yeah.
I want you to kill my husband to the doctor, she says. He doesn't want to live. I got to go out with other men.
A mercy killing.
Yeah. The doctor goes-
Euthanasia.
No.
Haggadah-bush?
No. Youth in Russia.
Russia. Yeah.
Yeah, the kid.
You know there's no such thing as euthanasia. They're all here now.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the doctor says, all right, I'll do it, but you got to be very quiet about this. So the
hush hush.
The guy's lying in bed.
Yeah.
He gets Beanpole to do it. Beanpole smothers him. She's good at this smothering business.
She's worked on her smother.
Yeah. And she doesn't know, but Masha sees her do it.
Oh.
So now Masha goes to the doctor, says, I want you to have a baby with Beanpole for me. Got it?
I understand the concept, but wouldn't Beanpole need to be cooperative?
She is. She's gone along with it. Because, subplot, she's in love with Masha. little bit of lesbian thing going on there.
So what is the doctor male?
Yes.
So Masha says to Beanpole, I want you to have sex with the doctor.
Yes.
And Beanpole goes, yeah, all right.
She does, because she loves her, and number two, she thinks we have a baby. Maybe I can be part of the family, bring up the baby together.
Not squash it.
That's her dream. No, her and Masha, not the doctor.
This movie gives me a headache.
Well,
And then a few things happen.
yeah, a few things happen. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah,
The middle of every Ken movie.
Yeah.
A few things happen.
yeah.
And then
Well, remember when we went back and they went out drunk? Yeah. Well, they had sex. Well, Masha had sex with a guy.
what guy?
Just some guys they picked up.
Some guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But because she can't get pregnant, because she's
Infertile.
infertile because of the abortions,
Yeah.
doesn't do any good. But the friend of the boy that she had sex with likes her. It's a complicated movie. So she goes
And it's
out
all
with him.
subtitled as well.
Yeah.
Why are you watching this thing? Yes.
Well, I read it was a really good movie.
So many movies to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she goes out with him. He's got rich parents.
Hmm.
They go, you are not going to marry this prostitute.
She's a
She's a prostitute. Well, it turns out that the abortions she had were at the front.
The front.
Yeah.
Where else would you have it?
The Russian front.
Oh, I see.
And she wasn't a soldier. She was just an
A hooker.
enabler. Enabler.
So she was going from trench to trench.
Yes.
Putting out.
Yeah. And kept having abortion, wrecked her chances of having a baby. So,
It's good to have a hobby.
yeah. So, she rushes home to find a few other things happen. She rushes home to find Beanpole waiting by the window.
A few things. You say that.
He's
so
leaving her for going to live with the doctor now. Beanpole's decided, that's it, I'm going with the doctor.
Beanpole doesn't even seem to be the lead in this concert. Masha does.
Yes, but Beanpole's there. Don't worry, she's there. Masha says, stay with me. We'll bring up the baby together. They embrace. The end. That's a hell of a movie.
That's some movie.
So that took 65 minutes, that show.
And the doctor,
Never heard of it again.
never heard of again. Joined Led Zeppelin.
Yes. Oh, there's the music.
There
Time to
it is.
go. What are we doing? Let's go get some lunch.
Let's get. All right. Okay. Let's do
Sushi?
some- Yeah. Why not?
All right.
Yeah. Beautiful. You know, sushi means vinegar and rice. It doesn't have anything to do with anything else.
Are you sure it doesn't mean bad singer?
No, it means, well, in your case, I don't know. I don't mean to be rude. Anyway, full
bit rude.
full respect to the Japanese.
All right. See you
God
next
them.
week.
Okay.